to 11 for winners finals?
I believe we are. Yeah.
All right, just making.
We got first and second seed, first and second in TWC 23. These two have quite a history. It's going to be interesting to see how this all turns out.
Another thing to note as well, this might be, I don't think it's the first time they've played since Season 2 rules, but definitely first, like, tournament showing between the two of them. Obviously, partly due to the fact that this is kind of DL's Season 2 tournament debut.
Yeah. DL's a lot more about the major tournaments, the big showings.
I mean, hey, if you're gonna pull off highlights every other game, might as well do it on a big stage, right?
That's true, but you do want to sign up for those silver brackets still.
All right, DL is making some real T-spins work on that left side. Combine it with the quad multiplier as well, which is very nice, but even so, Blaarg and DL, like, basically trading the 1 APP back and forth, but Blaarg is going to take the first round. Early O, late I. And DL going with stick spin. I think this might be the first stick spin we've seen for this part of the stream.
Maybe it has.
Definitely not an opener I'm used to seeing out of DL, but... Hey,
definitely not out of DL, but like...
well, it worked fantastically, so I can't discredit it.
I can.
Although in this case we have Lato, so we're probably not going to be seeing the same thing in this case. Looks like reliable TKI, I think, for Blaarg into center well. Getting some donations in the process. And Diao is
yeah, that's a pretty hefty spike. But Diao's going to counter that.
It took Diao 3 back-to-back to finally spin a T-piece. Everything else was just all spins. And, well, there's the 40 spot to complete the 1 APP.
Huge
Might as
spikes
well while
there.
we're at it. All right, late eyepiece. We're going for build on top of PCO. As we mentioned before, it seems to be a pretty popular strat going into Season 2, or at least a couple months of. You're having to sacrifice an eyepiece in order for the count to 4 quad in a different column, but still keeping up back, getting that surge.
Blaarg evening out that 7-2 stack, and even the washing machine, funnily enough. Sending out the surge, Diao still continuing theirs.
Well, yeah, this is going to be a tricky spot for Blaarg to play from, because you need to find a way to pop that surge. Diao lets it go a little bit preemptively, and that's another top out. And 4 games in, we are even between Diao and Blaarg.
Yeah. Evening it up 2-2.
All right, and okay, Blaarg actually goes for the all clear in this instance, sets up the cut copy. We find another all clear. Fortunately, not going to get too much use out of the extra back-to-back in that chain, but... All right, Blaarg lets that surge go first. Diao trying to hold on to it for dear life, but not going to be sending a lot over.
No, not going to be able to hold on to that. Diao instead opting to downstack.
All right, a little bit of timing there from Blaarg, trying to make sure all of that gets sent as offense over to Diao's board. Oh, the misdropped eye over the garbage. Things can get problematic really quickly.
Things look okay for now, but like, I mean, this match is unpredictable. Anything could happen at any moment.
Oh my goodness, and Blaarg gets to the clean garbage.
Everything's looking good so far.
Blaarg is actually still well above 1 attack per piece. Getting tripped up a little bit, though, at the top of the board.
Yeah, Blaarg has some really nice, clean movements here. Just gets a nice 18 spike. Still not going to be enough to get Diao out, and Diao's just going to downstack all of that and keep going.
Oh my goodness, the greed from Diao to keep back-to-back surge through that 34 spike, and Blaarg unfazed and still keeping the back-to-back surge. You can see there's Blaarg's greed play, and Diao once again. Absolute.
Blaarg's still in this. I'm surprised Blaarg's still in this.
Oh
Not for much longer, though.
423 over 386 from Diao, the efficiency king right now.
Yeah, that was... Oh my goodness, man.
That was, holy smokes. Okay. I kind of forgot a little bit of what the DL Blaarg matchup looks like, because like on paper I can kind of figure it out, but it always surprises me every single time. Oh boy, surge building up right now for DL. Blaarg is low on the board, so that survivability is still pretty nice, but to find a way to make sure that DL sends that surge.
Ooh, and that's a huge spike. Is Blaarg gonna be able to do that?
Blaarg!
Oh, Blaarg! Oh, that was so good too.
The extra credit, and the thing is, DL as well was able to build up to a surge as well, right as Blaarg topped out. So that was going to be another extra 5 lines for the extra credit. But that, like, literally the like 20+ follow-up was essential for DL to get that KO over Blaarg. Yeah, again, DL is still playing around this 1 APP, and just like the speed is not really suffering that much. Still around 3.5. So obviously Blaarg just taking like a little bit of a faster strat, but keep in mind DL generally prefers to play a little bit slower than their opponent.
Yeah, and DL sending that spike with wonderful timing.
Yeah, right before the eyepiece made it in Blaarg's queue.
My goodness. And Blaarg had a really nice down stack there.
Ooh, oh, really nice setup of the Kaiden as well for DL with the sidewell. Gets all the way down to the bottom of the stack. Blaarg retaliates with a spike, but that's only more ammunition for Diao.
And Diao sending a huge spike with the 27 surge.
Oh my goodness, the double quad almost saved Blaarg.
Ugh.
Like literally at the end of that, Blaarg stack had 18 lines of garbage. That was not an instant KO.
Yeah, unfortunately, it still wasn't enough. Diao still sending so much there.
Oh, and Blaarg doing a little bit of the LST and building up this back-to-back before Diao can even get a chance to stack through it.
It's 6-3, much like the freestyle, but...
Will we see any of that today? I mean,
probably not. We're going to be seeing... Oh, we are seeing some from Diao, but it isn't 6-3.
Well, now it's 7-2.
Sounds like a good call for some LST.
Oh, little hamburger stack there for Blaarg. Gonna try and skim through.
It's hard to tell who exactly is going to win this.
Well, I mean, that's what makes these, you know, even more exciting, right?
That is true, yes. Yeah, that is what makes the match exciting. But, like, usually, you know, sometimes it's, like, easy to discern, like, who has the advantage and who doesn't. Right now, that's, like, not present at all.
DL, the overhang with the Z piece was so greedy. Still keeps back-to-back through these well, not even misdrop fixes, just greedy decisions.
Yeah, looks like that avarice is going to make him pay the price. As Blaarg takes another point, closing that gap. It's now 6-4.
Ooh, okay, and building on top of PCO for Diao. Blaarg sends a little bit off to help fix the misdrop. And also just in case to turn off the PC for Diao. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of early pressure to Blaarg, and it's a really cheesy board.
Look at that. Okay, Blaarg.
Oh my goodness. The fact that that was a greedy decision and the stack was still below 3 Minos tall.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Blaarg's downstacking this very nicely. Has a nice well to boot.
Oh
okay.
My goodness. That was beautiful.
Oh, beautiful T-spin finds there.
Recognizing that the traded kind of like triple and the like kind of like cut triple into triple on the other side to keep the well in the proper spot.
Yeah, that was
fine. And there's the 26 from Diao.
Killer move.
Oh my goodness. Well, just about 1 APP again from Diao. 7-4.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to make sure that that set does not get any closer than it needs to be.
Ooh, the Z-spin to set up that T-spin double.
All right, now we've got a little
Blaarg
bit
just
of T for Diao, and this is definitely it could be a little bit of home field advantage in this sense.
Ooh, Blaarg, yeah. No, both players are just racing to see who can get a better back-to-back surge. Blaarg still holding on to his, just sending there to kind of play defensively.
It does also send quite a bit of substantial garbage over to Diao.
Ooh, that L misdrop. Makes things a little bit awkward.
Oh, honestly, that might have been the opportunity Blaarg needed to take another round, but Diao's going to be able to get out of it scot-free. Oh, good timing as well with the attacks. Getting all of this on combo, so Blaarg maximizing this damage output. So setting up the Kaiden as well is a little bit of a prophecy.
Ooh, and Blaarg with that very quick 24 spike.
And answered as well by Dio. Blow for blow. Neither player can gain a substantial advantage. These surges are just the be-all, end-all lifeline on top of an already even matchup. Oh, I think Blaarg was greeting a little bit, though. This might spell disaster, and it does, as Diao now takes their 8th. Early TKI from both, opting to cancel on both sides. Again, it's a little bit sometimes easy to forget that technically you can cancel twice as much as you should for the first like 2 or so bags. Only really seen that in a couple of sets though, where that's been of incredible impact. But speaking of incredible impact, more and more of the consistent 20+ spikes from Diao.
Yeah, that's just devastating consistency there. Both players starting with a TKI this round, though. I have to see who has the better continuation. So Blaarg setting up a fractal there off an STSD, keeping the back. Both players still have the.
Well, a little bit of hammer
back surge.
Kaiden gets that surge for a third spike. Blaarg has it ready as well to retaliate.
Yeah, not able to use it for anything like damage, but still able to stay in this, which right now is probably enough.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Blaarg and Diao are like hovering right below the 600 versus mark, but the fact that they're both around that same spot is just absurd. You know, it's like the only compromises made that weaken these attacks is the fact that they just have to deal with so much garbage incoming, like just in and out of both of these matrices.
Well, I'm liking what Blaarg's doing here, keeping this back-to-back stacking clean, maintaining it very well, up to 11.
Oh, that sent the surge a little bit preemptively, but it does give a tiny bit of some not quite cheese, but again, Diao, just a couple of pieces.
Oh, and Diao with a counter spike. That's so clean. Oh my goodness.
And that got sent immediately after. And so this is match point right now for Diao.
This is... Yeah, Blaarg needs to do everything. Blaarg really wants to try and keep this going.
Oh, well.
That's a nice 22 spike, but Diao still keeps the...
Good start.
Oh, a good counter spike from Diao. Is Blaarg going to be able to deal with this adequately? Yeah, there's a nice 18 spike from Blaarg. Diao fighting back with his own back-to-back surge here.
Oh my goodness, the rotations from Dio to keep the surge going.
Yeah, but sending a nice hefty spike over to Blaarg, but Blaarg still has clean garbage and is going to be able to keep that going. Wow.
The 1 APP from Blaarg takes another game off of Diao, but this is still 6 games away from an upset.
Yeah, that's the first of 7 that Blaarg needs to do in order to... First of 7. Because it was 4. Yeah, I did my math right.
Okay, alright.
First of 7 that he needs to do to get this win back.
And
there's one under the docket. Looks like number 2 is coming up.
110 from barely 95 pieces at peak.
Yeah, that is... The 1 APP barrier is being broken constantly to the point where it is just dust. It does not exist anymore.
Oh, all right.
Oh, and Blaarg with an all clear.
Okay.
And, okay, looping the all clear.
Straight into LST.
Okay, right into LST. That's some really good back-to-back. Okay.
Beautiful downstack find out of nowhere.
And Blaarg managing to continue it. Huge 29 spike. There's... Blaarg's still going. Blaarg needs 4 more now.
That is quite an interesting shift in events. Especially because we don't have a deuce rule in this tournament. So if it's first to 11, if Blaarg gets
it is first to 11. That is it. Like, it's just what it's going to be.
And Diao again is surprisingly at the surge disadvantage after a couple of
yeah, and Blaarg didn't even need to send it.
All right, well, we're at the 10-8, which is this has been the count.
Yeah, this is the accursed number.
Take a look. Garbage looks pretty good for Diao, but it's still.
It also looks good for Blaarg.
A little bit of a greedy option. Oh, really nice.
Oh, and look at that huge spike.
The 180s.
But Diao's still in it.
What a J.
Oh, the S-miss drop? Oh. There's a C-spin right there. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. What is this back and forth?
Been the same back and forth ever since, but it never fails to surprise.
I guess this one...
Oh, miss drop! And the curse is not shattered even in winners finals as the SGFerox cascading in the center.
Oh.
But again, as I'll point out, these versus scores hovering around that 450 range, which again is like still well above most of the ranks average, even within X+.